Hi everyone. Oh my god, she's texting me. Mom, of course. Psych myself up for the video and then get a text off mommy. Great. Whew. Hello from Real Time Tara. This is going up today. I feel pumped and energized, and no, it's not just the coffee. I've just come in from my second peaceful protest this week, and I was meant to do this earlier, and I honestly, I started to kind of close up again and lose my train of thought, and honestly I'm just after this week I'm floored. So I kind of scrapped this chat, decided to go out and join the protest, and now I feel energized and I feel full of inspiration again to kind of come on and just kind of update you guys on what's been kind of going on. I feel in the right mindset to come on, and I don't feel like I'm gonna get emotional because I do, I'm a crier. I'm a crier when it comes to this kind of talk. I really do feel it in my heart and my soul, and it hurts, and it's very hard for me to articulate my thoughts when I'm in that mindset. So I'm sure you're all at this point familiar with the story of George Floyd and the movement that has stemmed off of that initial kind of tragedy and injustice, I suppose, and it's outraged the whole country, and honestly, in my opinion, it's about time. It's very kind of weird for me being sort of an outsider that's living here, who doesn't actually have any rights to vote, who has to be extremely careful of what they get involved in. I have been given advice from my lawyer not to take part in any protests or any situations where I could get into trouble, because right now every Tom, Dick and Harry is getting arrested. Even the guys delivering takeout are getting arrested. It's absolutely insane. Thankfully, there's been plenty of safe opportunities for me to join my community here in Brooklyn, and that means a lot to me. This is just an update and kind of an insight to how I've been feeling. I'm not here to educate you, however I will leave resources which I will speak about a bit more near to the end of the video. But I'm here because it just didn't feel right to post a normal video. I was not in the mindset last week, I'm not in the mindset this week. It doesn't feel right to act like everything is fine, and I really do understand and appreciate how much of you out there really look forward to my videos, and I know it might be hard for anyone outside of the US or in countries where this isn't being taken as seriously to understand why I can't put up a video, but this has been such an emotional roller coaster of an experience for absolutely everybody. Everybody has been feeling it to some degree. It's been tense, it's been aggravating, it's been, honestly, like I said on Instagram, it feels like being a part of a revolution. It's the change in the air is palpable, and for me to just kind of make a normal vlog like I usually do, it's not in me. It doesn't make sense, and that's no hate, no shade to anyone out there still posting. Escapism is a huge importance. There's still people out there that really need that, but I also just can't pretend. I never have, never will. I will never force a video. If I'm ever in the wrong mindset, I just don't do it, because it will come through the video, and I can't share that positivity and that energy that so many of you enjoy if I'm not okay up here. So instead of making one of those vlogs, I thought I would just come on and just talk with you. So here we are, having a different kind of chat instead. I have too many feelings about what's going on right now to even articulate in one video. I'm still actually unpacking so much of it. It's so fresh. It's been a week and a half of this crash course of self-development and self-awareness, improvement, and I've taken a lot of time off of social media. Just about to end my 7-day muted period on Instagram, where I just didn't post anything to do with myself, only content related to Black Lives Matter, because I just felt like that's the very least I could do to get involved with my community, the community that watches my videos. I am hugely aware of the fact that there is a huge portion of my audience that is Black, and I care about that, and I love that, and I love that you feel welcome here, and that hopefully I've created a space where just like everyone feels like they're involved, and I value that statistic. I actually see the numbers. It's like over 20%, and I don't even want to get like, this is why I can't talk for that long because I do get emotional. Just taking that time to not worry about making videos, to not worry about doing my own content, and using all of that time to better myself, to better educate myself on racism, racial bias, whether it be subconscious, conscious. It's almost unavoidable. We live every single day in a society that, like I said on Instagram, is inherently racist. And I could not be more supportive of this change that needs to happen, the change that needs to happen now within the systems and the societies that we live in. Enough is enough. And I am very optimistic about the future. This does not feel like a fad or a social media trend. This really feels like palpable change. It's a difficult subject, and I get it. It's almost a bodily response to just want to avoid putting yourself in a place of pain. But in my experience, avoiding it or not wanting to talk about it or removing yourself from the situation, that comes from a place of guilt almost, I feel like, because I think a lot of people deep down know that if they were to truly examine themselves, they probably wouldn't be that happy about what they've found. And it's important to kind of just give yourself the room to educate and improve, and know that it is something that you can change and contribute towards a better future on. And that's what I'm working on right now. I've taken that time away from stressing about making content. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to come on and just do nothing other than share some of my feelings and my sentiments. There's no real aim to this video other than that. But I would highly encourage anyone watching, especially if you feel that deep discomfort, that is your body and your intuition telling you you need to face something and take responsibility for improving yourself so you can make this planet a better place for everybody in it, because nobody is better than somebody else. And educate yourself on your own white privilege. I'm telling you, that burden will instantly start lifting off of you once you start taking those first steps. All on our own journeys here. What really matters is that behind closed doors, that you're doing the work. That's all that really matters. This was a fantastic, like 130-page read from James Baldwin that I got through. You could literally read it in like 2 hours, I would say. Collection of short stories, poems, essays, a very prominent figure in the civil rights movement. And there's loads of talks that I've been watching. So for anyone who's like not quite ready to dive into books, I am admittedly more of like an audio visual learner though. For me, a really sort of great first step into delving into the topic was listening to actual stories from people of color, educational talks, lectures. There's so much free content on YouTube, and I found some really captivating lectures that I think you will all like. I shared them on Instagram already, but I will also link them down below, as well as some like other resources that I'm trying to get through myself that I've collected from other content creators and other recommendations basically, and I'll try and collate as much of them as possible so you can find something that will suit you and your style of learning. I do prefer talks and lectures just because on a compassion and empathy level, you feel the emotions of the person speaking more. And I think that empathy is really what changes your mindset and what actually creates compassion and creates understanding. And you can't really change your mindset without having those things. And I'm not here to try and educate. I'm just like the next person, trying to do better, trying to be better. We all have our roles in this, whether it be me trying to use my platform or you at your dinner table. Don't be outside of the conversation. Get yourself involved. We can all do better. A very eye-opening week, and I think going forward for me and my platforms and the things that I want to support in the future. I mean, talking about this, there was just no question about it. There was no way I was going to just brush everything that was going on under the rug and not address it. I mean, I do take a pretty good amount of responsibility when it comes to my campaigns and choosing who I work with. I feel like I'm part of a very diverse agency roster, which I'm very proud of. But I will definitely be taking a little bit more of an active role in terms of, you know, asking my campaign managers and people that are running these social media campaigns, like, you know, who else is on these campaigns? Is this brand taking strides or making strides to be better, to improve? No matter what industry you're in or job you work, I think we all have to step up and really start asking those hard questions and looking around. I think we all have a responsibility to place brands under this type of scrutiny. I think that's the only way things are going to change, as well as, you know, internal restructuring of all of these brands, because there's just so many brands now and it's coming to light that, you know, their operations are just so racist. I do not plan on promoting any brands caught up in those controversies unless they've made huge strides to actively prove that they've changed from the core. Yeah, I will leave those resources below for you in the description if you want to check them out. I will also leave a link to my Black Lives Matter highlight on Instagram, where I was kind of like, it's more of a updated stream of places that you can donate and just helpful information. I will also leave like support links where you can like financially donate or sign petitions in the description below. I do think I'm going to turn off the comments for this video, not for any reason other than that these videos do attract a certain type of crazy, straight up racists, if I'm being honest, and I don't really want to give those type of people a platform to attack others. I did kind of post my feelings on Instagram as well, and I do articulate myself a little bit better in words, and I did post like an official statement and sort of shared some of my thoughts over there, so my comments are open over there. YouTube is a very different space, and I kind of don't want to take any risks, so I hope you understand that. Hopefully by next week I'll have digested everything a bit better and we can get back to doing what we do best on this channel, raising the vibration, creating a fun little piece of the internet. Be assured I will be continuing to put in the work and the behind the scenes stuff and improvements in my practice, hopefully going forward, and I appreciate y'all. If you've managed to stick to the end of this video, congratulations. Resources that I'm going to leave below, and I'll see you when I see you. Big love to everyone.